Less than a week ago now, since of course Prince Harry hit that terrible age for many men, of course, 40. As I told you before, I'm dreading it myself. It must be an awful thing to look forward to. I don't know about you, but anybody out there, I think if you've hit 40, you should be grateful. And whatever, life does begin, doesn't it? You're far more knowledgeable. You're far more, well, secure in yourself, some people might say. And while you've still got all of those battles of life, at least you've got some experience behind you. Possibly around about 20 years work of worth behind you where you think, I've been here before. Could the same be said, of course, of the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry? Because when he came over to London, if you remember, last year to defend himself against the British media and all that sort of stuff, one resounding thing that kept coming back was really, and many people picked up on this, was the fact that seemingly he was still holding something of a candle, a torch, a burning flame, whatever you want to call it, for this particular individual. So much so that on his birthday, tears came to light from the Prince when he received this. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time. Nice to have your company. We'll have a lovely wave. Not bad, is it? Autumnal, yes. Still waiting for the thunder and lightning. And by the way, I'm glad you enjoyed the video all about the latest sort of charity scams, that sort of stuff, It's important to share that with everybody because, again, strange, isn't it? Only want cash for the charity. Yes, very convenient. But, this is what I like about this channel. We can share these things with each other and say, be careful of that. Because I know a lot of you reminded me and warned me about how when you do the self-service stuff, they offer to round it up and take the money off that way. Oof. I was furious. Well, yes, I'm always on the lookout for that now. And as one lady pointed out, Pam, always get a receipt regardless. And I do, so thank you for that, Pam. Back as ever to your royal story of the day. Yes, tears, celebrations, tantrums, whatever you want to call it. Prince Harry's 40th birthday party wasn't the glittering event that many people would have suspected. Ostracised from his once very much close family, and of course, not just his own close family, but that of his elder brother, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William. People forget that Harry also enjoyed a very warm and loving relationship with the Middleton clan. They just took him in as their, sort of surrogate son, as it were, and made sure that he felt loved, wanted and cared for. An area I've been told that he really, truly does miss. But there was one element, of course, as I pointed out when Harry came back over here to the United Kingdom last year to defend himself in the Royal Court of Justice. And that was, he kept pointing out, how the media had in fact ruined the relationship between his then girlfriend, Chelsea Davy, and himself. And it was a sort of resounding theme that came through in his book as well. So clearly this was a big love of his life, if not the biggest love of his life. And we all know, of course, that the beautiful Chelsea Davy decided a royal life wasn't for her professionally, and she just took a step back and decided this wasn't for her, never given any interviews and always been very supportive. I told you at the time though that Harry basically was so insistent on that she attend his wedding at St. George's Chapel to Meghan Markle. I thought that was rather brave of her, because clearly it wouldn't have been an invite with both of them wanting her, would it? Well, last week in Montecito there was a gift, there was a card, a very special message, according to that source, that only they would know between each other. And apparently this brought Prince Harry into, shall we say, an emotional moment. To be kind, some might say floods of tears. And apparently this really hit the core of exactly what he felt hitting 40 was about. Now some might say, was it a missed opportunity? Was it the love of lost loves? And was he looking at the life that he has now? As you know, a couple of days prior to hitting 40, he put out a statement saying being a father was the best thing that could have happened to him. And as we also know, recently, Chelsea Davy revealed that she is now the mother of 2 and very much happily married. Perhaps Harry's tears were not for the gift or indeed the card, but for the life that he could have had, perhaps if he'd have tried a little bit harder in understanding and believing exactly what was going on in the private life surrounding them both at that period. Either way, a very emotional time for the once very much loved Prince Harry. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.